everyone, this is Soldier here. We are going to start a new Let's Play Dominions 4 series. I've been thinking quite a bit about what race I wanted to do, and I was definitely considering doing another one of the new races. However, one of my favorite races actually would probably be Lanka. In fact, I think at one time I actually wrote a strategy guide for Lanka. I know I wrote a couple strategy guides for Dominions 3. But I can't recall if Lanka was actually one of them. Let's see, we're going to start a new Let's Play Lanka as our game name. And we're going to be in the early ages. Let's see, let's go ahead. I think we're going to do something a little different this time. We're actually going to fill up the entire game with every race. So we will have every race in this game. Alright, let's start off with Kraskofel, Airmore, Ohm, Marvini, Saramatia, Tianchi, Machaka, Mictlan, Abizia, Kalium, Cetus, Pangea, Agartha, Tirnaog, Femoria, Vanheim, Helheim, Niflheim, Calesia, our brother monkeys, Yomi, and apparently we still have to add quite a few more here. Then we have Hinnom, Beritos, Zebalba, Atlantis, Rida, Pelagia, and then finally we have Oceania. So, this is going to be a game that is full of lots and lots of different nations here. As I usually like to do, I'm going to go with the Master Lich. And we're going to bump our Dominion up a little bit. I'm going to take Growth 3. We're going to actually be imprisoned. We're going to take Order 3. And I want to get up to 4 in that. And 5 in Death Magic. That should be pretty good. So we'll have Order 3, Productivity 3, Heat 2, which doesn't affect us at all. And Growth 3 with 5 Dominion, which is not exactly a crazy amount of Dominion, but it's good for us. And we have 2 points left over, so that's fairly efficient for a design. Alright, let's go ahead and click OK to that. And our name shall be... Let's go with the Dark Lord. I was going to say Sai, but... The Dark Lord fits our Master Lich as well. Okay, I want to bump up the magic sight frequency a little bit. And... let's go ahead and enable the score graphs. We'll bump the Hall of Fame entries up. We're going to take Thrones of Ascension, 10 required, and we're going to add 1 level 3 throne. So let's see here, you could potentially have 6 from that, 1 from that. Yeah, you could potentially win the game with about 4 different thrones. Alright. We're going to click OK to that. Renaming is allowed. And I believe we are good to go. We're going to go ahead and... I suppose we'll leave that on limited. That's kind of hurting me in my other Dominions game, because I'm having to very slowly forge all the magic items, and apparently no one else is even forging anything, but we're going to go ahead and go with that. This might actually take a little while to set up our start positions. In a way, Lanka actually plays quite similarly to Nazca in our other Dominion series, in the fact that you have lots of people reanimating. However, Lanka has a few other tricks up their sleeve, such as the fact that they are also a pretty good blood nation. So their priests can all reanimate the dead, which is great for starting out, but later on you can actually mix it up a bit and throw some demons or perhaps some blood forging items in there as well, which is what we actually plan to do. My plan is actually to go for construction, and once we're able to actually start blood hunting, I'd like to forge a lot of the lifelong protection contracts. We'll throw those on our undead leaders, and anytime they enter battle, they'll just keep spawning lots of imps. So the enemy will have to deal with not only a whole bunch of long dead, but an endless supply of imps as well. And the imps are good too, because they can fly straight to the back of the line and start attacking the enemy commanders. They don't have to sit there and wait for all the long dead to do their thing. And when you have all the nations in the game, it takes a really long time to fine-tune the start positions. I've actually noticed that from my test game that I did. Lord, I don't even know how long I sat here waiting for it to fine-tune start positions. I may actually have to cut out of this video. I don't know. I'll just keep talking for the moment. And of course, the Lanka nation does have a lot of unique blood summoning as well. However, from what I've seen playing around with it, most of them kind of suck. You get like some Rakasha, demon Rakashas, and some other crap like that, and to be honest, they don't really seem much better than the demons you can actually recruit out of your capital. Or even a regular guerrilla commander, to tell the truth. So at least a regular guerrilla commander can't be banished. Whereas those ones that you summon, they can be banished, they're extra sensitive to fire. Basically, they kind of suck, so I wouldn't even bother trying to actually summon any of them. I'll show you which ones I'm talking about here, actually. The Rakashas, the Asrapas. I do seem to recall playing a game against Lanka, and somebody had mixed a few of these in there, and they were freaking annihilating my troops. Those might actually be pretty decent. I didn't try those out in my test game. The Rakasha Warriors and the Senda Byalas, those both suck. Maybe they might be good in the dark, but that's about all they've really got going for them. The Dakinis are decent blood mages, and I don't recall doing anything with these guys. Actually, I don't think I actually summoned any of them. And the Mandeha, those are pretty freaking awesome. They cost 133 blood slaves, but when they're on the battlefield, everything goes dark. And that means that if the enemy doesn't have night vision or dark vision, they lose a whole lot in the way of defense and attack. Which basically makes your long dead superior to all of them. We're going to go ahead and start out by summoning one of our Raksarajas. I'm going to make this guy our prophet as well. The bulk of our forces is actually going to be comprised of Kalamukas. These guys have priest level 2. They're pretty cheap to recruit. And being holy, you only have to pay half of the upkeep costs for them as well. And these guys are pretty decent as well. I'll be summoning a lot of them in our capital, because they have the potential to have Death 2, which is what we need to revive Banes to lead our troops. And they have the potential to have some pretty decent amount of magic pass in any one of these, actually. The rest of these guys I don't really bother with, unless I occasionally need a commander. And to start out with, I'm probably going to forge a few of these light Bandar archers. However, I've already gone through all of my gold to start out with, so we're going to go ahead and end our turn right here. I suppose I could have looked at any potential mercenaries. Alright, so we have everybody proclaiming their prophets here. And he started out pretty decent. He's got Death 2, Air 2, and Blood 3. So he's going to become our prophet. And looking around here, we got this province here with a bunch of lizard warriors. Kind of sucks because down to the south of me, I've got mostly wasteland, which is territory that has almost nothing in the way of income. Up here's a little more valuable. We may probably try to focus on heading up that way. Of course, chances are there's probably already someone up there. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and recruit one of our Kalamukas. And we're going to set that to repeat. And we're going to go ahead and recruit several of our Bandar archers. So while he's becoming a prophet, we're going to go ahead and end our turn, and then we're going to go ahead and start taking these guys out. With all the nations in the game, you do see a lot of battles going on here. As we progress later on where the turns take a longer time, you won't have to sit there and watch that because that's going to be right when we end the video. But let's go ahead and set him to reanimate. We're going to do the same with him. So we'll start pumping out some long dead here. And we're going to go ahead and set up our army. We'll put our Bandar archers in there. So these guys out front. Put our little undisciplined monkeys off to the side. Let them do whatever they want to do. And our Bandar archers, they are going to be firing at enemy archers. Okay. I suppose I'll start out with these guys because, well, they're actually the easiest, and it's the province that's worth the most as far as income goes. So we're going to continue recruiting them. I'm going to pump out a few more of our Bandar archers here. And we'll end our turn again. And hopefully we'll see some good results from this battle we've got here. We should, because I don't think those lizard warriors actually have any shields, which means they're going to take a lot of damage from arrows. Go ahead and watch this battle. Yeah, see, they have no shields, so basically they're just going to be eating lots of arrows and running away before they even actually engage in battle. They're some of the weakest enemies that you'll possibly face. We didn't lose anything. Alright. Let's go ahead and take on this province here, I guess. I'm actually considering taking on these barbarians. Well, we'll do this one because it borders our capital, I guess. Go ahead and set this guy to reanimate as well. And once again, we'll summon some more of our Bandar archers. We're going to have a pretty good group of archers taking out the enemy as we lead with some undead here shortly. Alright. And having the archers firing at the enemy in the rear prevents as much losses as we can to our infantry troops. So we took that province without too much difficulty. We did actually lose a few troops there. Alright, let's go ahead and put a little bit of province defense in these here. We're going to send them back home. And have him reanimating as well. And I guess we'll recruit a few more of our Bandar archers. That's probably about as much as we are going to need. We'll have a pretty good group of archers going. And by the time they get into the capital, we should have a pretty decent amount of long dead to lead into battle as well. So we're going to go ahead and throw all of our Bandar archers there. And we're going to start sending him into battle too. He can lead 130 undead. And we're going to go ahead and give him all that we have there. Put them up front. Let's move our Bandar archers back a little ways. And apparently we still had something else here. I guess I'll throw them out there as well. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and take that province there. So that will be the last of the provinces surrounding our capital that we can actually get to right now. And we need to have him reanimating. So they'll take over this province, then they'll come back, pick up some more long dead, and then we'll head on down here to take out these barbarians. And as always, we're recruiting our Kalamukas. And that should be good. I may go ahead and recruit just a few more of the Bandar archers. Yeah, at least this next turn, so that our army can pick them up on the way back. But I think we're actually looking pretty good there. Alright, so here we have our battle. We lost a few long dead and a couple of our Marcotta archers. Let's go ahead and watch that real quick, just so we can gauge how effective our archers are. So their archers are taking out our little Marcotta monkeys. Okay. Those guys will probably rout before too terribly long. Monkeys don't exactly have the greatest morale anyways. Sitting there with a 6 morale. I actually got my... I believe I had my Bandar archers set to fire at enemy archers. But that's not what they're doing. Well, technically those guys are archers because they have sticks and stones, so... I guess that might explain that. I think that was their commander that just died there, so that means the rest of them are heading off. Alright, let's get out of there. Alright. Let's set this monkey here to reanimate again. And we're going to move them on back. He can still lead quite a few more troops there, actually, so let's go ahead and recruit some more monkeys here. Prevent as many losses as we can. Well, it's actually entirely possible that they may be inflicting a lot of losses on our own troops here. But if they do stick to firing at enemy archers, that may prove useful, more than what it hurts us anyways. Of course, there have been a few times that I've had all my long dead slain and the archers were all that's left, and then they ended up winning the battle without losing any of the archers. So, alright, let's go ahead and increase our archer army here. And I guess we'll just go ahead and throw everything down in there. Okay. I believe they can actually have a formation here. Let's go with a double line formation, I think, here. Alright. Set him to reanimate. And we're going to send our little monkeys off to war here. Go ahead and end this turn. We're actually quite soon going to start constructing some more fortresses. Well, I'm not going to recruit any more archers here. Actually, I'm not going to recruit anything else other than Kalamukas from this point on. And everything else is going to go into constructing fortresses. So he will reanimate. And so I can go ahead and recruit him there. And we have a battle going on here now. I think we're probably going to end up routing these barbarians before they even engage our troops. At least it's fairly likely anyways, considering that, you know, once again, barbarians have no shields. And basically they're just going to be human pincushions. Let's go ahead and watch that as soon as here we are. Okay, Lanka is attacking independence. So we've got a nice big group of archers here. Yeah, I guess they're gonna actually engage our troops. Might would be good to actually set our Undead to hold an attack. That way, we'll get as many kills with our archers as we can, with as few losses as possible from our Undead. Alright. And I think I can go ahead and... I believe I can even set our Undead into a lion formation here. Indeed we can. Let's go ahead and bump them up a little closer, actually. Alright, what do we have around here? I think I want to continue heading up that way like I originally said. That's probably going to be where the choicier... Well, actually, we got some decent income provinces over here as well, probably. It's going to take us a few turns. Well, it would be good to go ahead and block off this path at least. Let's go ahead and take out these guys. And we'll go ahead and finish all the areas surrounding our capital too, because that's fairly important. There's actually a throne down there. Throne up here. I think those are about the only thrones close to us. The other one's way up there. So it's going to take a little doing to actually reach the next thrones here. Let's go ahead and have him reanimate. And how's our army setup doing there? Go ahead and end our turn. Pretty soon I'm going to switch them over to research for a little bit so we can get revived Bane. I may actually need to start... Yes, I might actually need to start recruiting the other monkey commanders there. And when I say the other one, I mean the one that could potentially have Death 2. Alright, the province previously owned by Independence has been taken over. Lanka is attacking Independence in Tiny Willow. Oh yes, we're taking out their archers quite nicely. Okay. Actually, lost a few of our undead infantry there, mostly from friendly fire. But we can continue on here. Alright, we have another guy here that's ready to reanimate. Actually, let's just take a look here. What would we be getting if we switch them all to research? That would put us up to 81 in research. And the objective here is actually to get Dark Knowledge and Revive Bane. I think... Let me go ahead and switch to recruiting the Rakassis. At least for a moment or two. And I'm going to go ahead and have him start constructing a fortress. I know that constructing a fortress right next to your capital is actually going to take away from your resources for your capital. But I don't really care because I don't plan on recruiting any more troops there. So it means basically nothing to me to actually decrease the resources for our capital. And I forgot to actually provide friendly civilization. What does that mean? I don't understand. Why does it say friendly civilization? I don't have that on these. I've never noticed that before. Organizing defense will be cheaper than usual in this province because the native people come along well with Lanka. Oh, it's because they're, the natives are freaking monkeys. I got you. Okay. That's just, something new for Dominions 4 that I've never noticed before. Okay. Continuing on then. I wonder if you're playing as a human nation, you know, like say, I don't know, Ulm or something like that, and you have regular human provinces, does that mean they're all friendly? Because, I mean, most of the province defense really is human, for the most part. Alright, there was a battle in this forest, and we lost 8 troops. Okay, let's go ahead and take on this province here, too. Bump that up to 15. That one's already at 15. We'll take that on up to 15. 15. And we want that to 15 as well. Let's go ahead and make that one 15 too. So that's pretty good there. Alright. Research. We'll have level 2 next turn. And we're not doing terribly bad there. Okay. Maybe a mistake to actually switch over our guys to doing research quite this early. But on the other hand, it may also be a mistake to start recruiting the other monkey there. Because it kind of stinks that it takes 2 turns to actually recruit that one. Actually, you know what? I just realized we have an altogether better option. Because the same one that we're using for our profit does not take 2 turns to recruit. And they do have the possibility to get Death 2, which is what I'm actually after here. Alright, so we lost 12 men there. Actually, we just gained a unique person here. Let's have him reanimating. Ah, excellent! He came with Death 2 and Nature 2, so that's great. That's actually what we really wanted. So, with that said, let's just go ahead and switch back to recruiting the Kalamukas. Alright. Could go ahead and have them take over this province, and that would be as far as we're going to go with that, I guess, because we're running into someone up here. I don't know who this is. It's either going to be Formoria or Helheim. Who is that? I don't know, Formoria or Helheim, one of those two. Their flags look the same. Okay, let's go ahead and just head over there. It's going to take us about 2 more turns to get to this next level, which is, yeah, it's fine. Because it'll still give us time to recruit some more by the time he heads back. Let's throw some province defense in there. And we have 3 turns left before we have the fortress there. So let's go ahead and move him down here so he can start building a lab and a temple. So I believe we've expanded as far as we can to the north now, probably. Most likely, anyways. I don't think I'm going to expand any further, even if it's not a even if it is a possibility. There may be another province to the right there, to the, I guess that would be to the east of us. Okay, so we only lost 3 troops there, that's good. No, I can't expand any further anyways. We're going to go ahead and put some troops in there. And start heading on back to our capital. And have him research. Oh, really? Oh, crap. So I'm actually not going to get it this next turn. I'm 1 point off of it. I guess it's because I sent this guy down here. That kind of stinks. Alright, we're going to go ahead and build a temple there. And we're starting to move our army back down to resupply with some more Undead here. Which probably what we're actually going to do is just summon a Bane and have him lead some troops. Alright. Lots of starvation. And unexpected. Excellent. We gained some nature magic gems. Okay. Let's go ahead and set all these guys to reanimating here now. Except for you, sir. You are going to research. Oh, no, actually, you're going to reanimate as well. He's going to be the only one researching, and that's going to be enough to get us the next level of conjuration. At that point, we can revive Banes, and we'll have another general to lead our troops. And let's go ahead and have him construct a lab. So our fortress is going to be done next turn. We may go ahead and start building another fortress right here. Once this one is done, yeah, I think that's going to be our plan there. So we'll just have a string of fortresses coming along this way. And I think this is probably going to be a good spot to go ahead and end this video as well. So as always, if you enjoy our videos, I hope you'll like and subscribe. And we will see you again soon. Thank you very much.